what's up? Welcome back to episode 8 of Trish Talk Tuesdays. I'm so excited to come back to you guys with this video. Although I'm obviously not in my normal office area, I did not want me just getting away for the weekend to be an excuse as to why I could not film a video for you guys. Before we dive into the video, go ahead and hit that like. Also subscribe if you feel my videos are helpful to you and you like to watch these kind of videos. Also leave me a comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts about the video. Some of us have different perspectives and I thoroughly enjoy kind of seeing where each of us come from. So the first thing you want to ask yourself when you're trying to achieve your goals and make your dreams come true is, what is the alternative? If something happens, we always think about the negative. We always think about, well, what if it doesn't work out? What if so-and-so doesn't like this idea? What if people aren't receptive to it? We always have these what ifs, and we always have signs that always point to the negative. If you give up now, where will you be in life? Had you stuck with the plan, had you stuck with your goal, how far could you have been? We're really quick to give up on a goal, on our dreams, when we see things aren't going the way we want it to. But can you really imagine if you were to go back to your game plan, kind of revisit and revise your strategy? Can you imagine how far you could actually be versus giving up in the moment because you're not sure what to do, and then before you know it, a year or 2 or 3 goes by and you could have been so much further along, versus just talking about, well, I tried to do this but it didn't work out. You have to look at different alternatives to approach things. Sometimes when we write down our goals and we say, okay, this is how I'm going to achieve it, that does not always mean that, as this year has taught us, 2020 has been crazy, you're going to have new goals outlined, new goals, new ways to achieve them. There's plenty of successful people that probably introduced products to a brand, TV shows that were pitched, all these things, and they were told no plenty of times, but you still have to find it in yourself some way to say, okay, let me go back to the drawing board, let me figure this out. And before you know it, finally, it could have been a few years down the line, but you finally got a hold of whatever it was that you wanted to achieve. I think every successful person will tell you they had to go back to the drawing board many times, but the thing was is they went back, they didn't give up, and they found new ways to make it happen. To state the obvious, mistakes will happen. You cannot be afraid to fail, especially when you're talking about wanting to be an entrepreneur or just wanting to do something different, do something new. But you don't want to be afraid of those mistakes. A lot of times through our mistakes are lessons. You actually learn from mistakes, which is why for me, I'm realizing that the older I get, the more that I'm not afraid to venture out to do something new, because I know within that thing I'm going to make mistakes and learn from them to get better. There's a lot of people, like motivating people that I listen to on YouTube, different podcasts that I'm into, and also celebrities that talk about their failures and how they went from point A to point B and all that. I think about people like Denzel Washington. He's a really great speaker. Will Smith is a phenomenal speaker, and they talk about the challenges that they've had and failures that they've made. One thing they had to do was find a way to get back up and figure something out to keep going. I think that's something that all successful people have in common, is basically getting back up, and you're going to continue to go on no matter what. It's important to have passion in your life. You have to have something that you're passionate about. We all have something that's very significant about ourselves. Everyone is different and everyone has something different to bring to the table, which makes us amazing. No one person is like someone else. We're all different. That's why it's impossible to be like someone else, because everybody's journey is different. Everybody's path to success is completely different. There's no straight and narrow, there's no rule book. That's just what it is. Are you willing to withstand whatever happens, good or bad? Are you willing to withstand that and to continue to go forward? Passion brings purpose in your life. Everybody has a purpose. There's all a reason why we're here, which I know a lot of people struggle with, especially when you're faced with difficulties and you're like, I don't know if there's anything I can bring to the table. What could it possibly be about me that someone else would be interested in? It comes with a lot of self-work. You really have to dive deep within yourself. You have to first be willing to dive deep within yourself to say, what separates me from other people? What makes me me? Look, I'm 33 and I'm just now figuring out what my passion is. Just because you're in your 30s, it does not make it too late. I feel like as long as you still have breath in your body, you still have time to hone in on whatever it is that you want to do. Don't let age and all that discourage you. Don't let looking to your left and your right discourage you from doing what what you want to do. Especially nowadays with social media, it's so easy to get discouraged because you're looking at all these people with these fancy lives, which, by the way, half of that is not even real. Half of it is not true. It's so easy to manipulate your life on social media. It's so easy to manipulate a picture, a video. Like, people can do anything to make it seem as if they're doing great, when in reality, they're probably not doing so great. Something that I've always said, you need to distract yourself from your distraction. So whatever distracts you the most, which for me, social media was a big distraction for me. I basically had to limit the time that I was on social media, looking at what people were up to, what everybody else was doing, because it was taking time away from me and doing what I needed to do for myself. Don't give up on today, because tomorrow may be where your breakthrough is. All that hard work, all the time that you've invested in yourself, you've got to believe that it's going to pay off in the long run. Success does not happen quick. Success takes time. And that's the thing. A lot of people want things to happen right now. They want to be able to show off what they have right now. That's not the way it goes. To truly be successful, you have to be patient and you have to enjoy the process. Even those difficult times, you have to learn how to take them in and enjoy them. And by enjoy, I mean understanding why certain things have to happen. And it's all really to shape you and to help you in your future so that you'll have a story to tell. You'll be able to relate to other people. There is a joy in success. The joy in success is what I'm looking forward to. You know, all this hard work, all this staying up late, trying to jot down notes. For me, I'm constantly studying. I'm actually taking classes, online classes right now for social media management and marketing. And I'm learning so much about the back end of social media, which is something that I'm very interested in. Just knowing how to manage, how to market yourself. All of that is of interest to me. Loving learning those types of things because it's going to shape me for my future and the things that I'm trying to achieve. I'm going to be able to look back on that day when I could only record in my little office and I had my little ring light and recording on my cell phone, and to be able to envision me being in a studio, having my name on the studio. Like, I try to keep those things in mind. You know, it's not happening right now, but I try to picture those things because it helps me to keep moving forward. So when I do finally make it to that big studio, when I do finally live in that huge house, when I do finally get that nice car, maybe 2 or 3 cars, you never know. When I do finally get those things that I've been working hard for, being in this point right now, I will appreciate it so much more because I realize how hard I had to work and how much time I had to put into myself to be able to get those things. Take joy in where you are, because you're going to take even more joy once you do reach your peak of success. And even when you do reach the peak of success, you're going to want to continue to keep going. Don't give people the satisfaction of seeing you give up. Don't give people who love to leave negative comments, whether it be on your YouTube, your Instagram. For people who have already given up and don't feel like there's anything that they can do with their lives, they enjoy watching other people's downfalls. It makes them feel good about their own situation. You want to prove them wrong, but more importantly, prove to yourself that you can do it. I'll never forget when I first wanted to start a YouTube channel. It was actually back in 2013 is when I really wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I didn't start until 2018. It took me forever just to start because I was so consumed with the negative. Well, what if it doesn't work out? What if they don't like me? You know, what are they going to say about me? Now people who don't even know me will have access to my life and they'll be able to speak about me and all these things, and all of that negative chatter stopped me from wanting to do anything. The only way to get out of that is to find out, well, what do you want to do? And then not only what do you want to do, how are you going to do it? You have to believe in you. You have to believe that you have something of value that you can bring that someone else will receive. Never ever give up on your dreams, no matter what the obstacles are, no matter what the changes, no matter what kind of year we're having. You still want to be able to stay grounded, stay focused, find some kind of strength somewhere within you to keep pushing, keep going, and doing what you have to do. This topic is actually one of my favorite topics about not giving up on your dreams, because I have been in that space for a long time in my life, and I'm finally at a point where I'm tired of being tired. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.